Welcome, students. Let's be honest with each other right now. The piano is a beautiful, sophisticated, and absolutely terrifying beast. At the beginning, it feels like a juggling act. You're trying to coordinate your left hand doing one beat while your right hand does something completely different. Your fingers are twisting, your brain is scrambling, and just when you think you've got it, you have to add in the foot pedal. And you have to worry about the touch intensity too, because how hard you press the key changes the entire story. It's exhausting. And I'll let you in on a secret.
I almost quit. Even after my first recital, I wasn't sure if this was for me.
But then, while I was practicing for my second recital, in the middle of the practice session, in the middle of that practice session, something clicked. I realized that this instrument allows you to convey emotions in ways that words simply can't. It unlocks a part of you that you didn't know was there. And once you experience that feeling just one time, you'll understand. But for now, you're just gonna have to trust me. A random internet cat. So, straighten your ties, flex those paws, let's get to the tips. Tip number 1, know your why. Because the truth is, there's gonna be days where even the best pianists on earth, they just don't want to do it. I've been there, my teachers have been there. There's gonna be moments where your fingers feel like sausages and the music just won't come out. And in those moments, willpower isn't gonna help you. You need fuel. That fuel is your why. Now, I can't tell you what yours is. Everyone's is different. Maybe you want to build iron discipline. Maybe you want to prove to yourself that you can master something difficult. Or maybe you just want to play a specific song for someone you love. Or maybe you just want to look cool and impress the ladies. There's no shame in that, by the way. Whatever the reason, hold on to it. And remember, your why can evolve. What gets you started might be different from what keeps you going, but you definitely gotta find it. Tip number 2. Technique matters from day one. I know. It's the broccoli of the music world. You just want to play songs, you don't want to worry about curved fingers or wrist elevation. But ignoring technique is a trap. If you play with T-Rex arms or flat fingers, you aren't just playing sloppy, you're building a ceiling. You'll hit a point where you physically cannot play faster, or worse, you'll end up with a repetitive strain injury. Slowing down to fix your posture now is an investment. It might feel frustratingly slow today, but 6 months from now, when you're flying across the keys without your hands getting tired, your future self will thank you. Tip number 3. Consistency beats intensity. Every time. We all know the Monday hero. He goes to the gym and absolutely destroys himself for 2 hours straight. He thinks he's making huge gains, but he's so sore that he can't move for the rest of the week. Total practice time, 2 hours. Net result, 0. Now, look at the consistent guy. He only does 30 minutes. It's not glamorous by any means. Think of piano practice like building muscle. You can't lift weights for 10 hours straight and then expect to wake up strong the next morning. Your body just doesn't work like that, and neither does your brain. You have to give it just enough stimulus to signal that it needs to adapt. But remember, the actual rewiring happens when you rest. And there is a hard limit to how much updating your brain can do in one night. You You can't cram a year of growth into a single session. You have to show up, give the signal, and let the brain chip away at the progress, night after night. Tip number 4. Master one measure at a time. We've all heard the fable of the tortoise and the hare, but let's look at it through the lens of muscle memory. In month 1, the hare dives in head first. He feels productive because he's making noise. The tortoise? He hasn't even played a note yet. He's analyzing the rhythm and the structure. Month 2. The hare is still rushing. He's relying on luck to hit the notes. But look at the tortoise. He's finally started playing. It's painfully slow, mastering just one measure at a time. He isn't playing fast. He's playing correctly though. Month 3. The hare hits a wall. He practices mistakes so many times that they're now permanent habits. He has to start all over. The tortoise? Because he took the time to go slow, he's now crossing the finish line effortlessly. So here's the hard truth about the piano. Your brain doesn't distinguish between good practice and bad practice. It just remembers repetition. If you rush early, you are literally practicing mistakes. Unlearning a bad habit takes twice as long as learning it right the first time. Be the tortoise. Tip number 5. Learning is exponential. You have to be patient at the start. I like to think of piano skills the way Warren Buffett talks about compound interest. At the beginning, you are investing a lot of effort for what looks like very little return. Right now, you are somewhere around here. But once you cover the basics, you reach a tipping point. You see, skill isn't linear. It's exponential. When you stack skills, 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2. It equals 3. Once you hit this curve, your growth goes up like crazy. You just have to stick with it long enough to get there. Tip number 6. Have fun. If you don't, your motivation will die a very slow death. Remember, music is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. So stop turning your practice sessions into a funeral. There is a practical reason for this. When you actually enjoy the process, you learn faster. Plus, the audience isn't stupid. They can hear the difference between a player who's having a party versus a player who's maybe wishing for a quick death. And the best way to keep that party going is with tip number 7. Start with what you actually like. Think about it. If you force yourself to lift weights when you hate the gym, read a dense textbook you don't care about, or force yourself to play the cool instrument just because everyone else is, you will quit. It's simply too much mental friction. But flip the script. Go play a sport you love. Pick up a book you actually want to read. Pick up that weird instrument you're genuinely obsessed about. Suddenly, you're working out, reading for hours, and practicing all night without even noticing the effort. When you love what you're playing, the work disappears. Now, quick reality check. Eventually, yes, you will have to do the boring stuff. Scales, theory, technique, they're all required to reach the next level. But save that for later. Get addicted first. Once you're hooked on the instrument, the boring stuff won't feel like a chore. It'll feel like a weapon you use to play your favorite songs even better. Tip number 8. Learn to love the metronome. Whenever my rhythm was slightly off, my teacher would remind me about this magical tool called the metronome. At first, I resisted. I honestly thought my internal clock was perfect. I didn't need a machine clicking at me. But then she turned it on, and it wasn't just a tool. It was a lie detector test. And let me tell you, it called me out every single time. It exposed every hesitation, every time I rush the easy parts, and every time I slow down on the hard ones. So here is the 3-step drill to bulletproof your rhythm. Number 1, the comfort zone. Start slow. If you notice you're tight or anxious, the metronome is telling you to slow down until you can play without any mistakes. Number 2, the sprint. Once you have it, try playing faster than intended. If you can handle it at 110% or maybe even 120% speed, playing it at 100% on stage is easy. Number 3, and this one took me by surprise, the super slow motion. This is the ultimate test. Play it painfully slow. If you can do that without losing the beat, you truly own the piece. Whatever the song was intended at, try playing half that speed, maybe even less. And finally, tip number 9. Since cats have 9 lives, I'll leave you with this. Don't be afraid to burn a few lives. You're going to hit wrong notes. You're going to have bad practice days. You're going to sound terrible before you sound great. That's just the price of admission. So be like a cat. When you fall, just land on your feet, shake it off, and jump back on the keys. Mistakes aren't failures. They're just feedback. So there you have it. 9 tips for your 9 lives. The goal of this channel is simple. I learn the hard stuff so I can teach you the shortcuts and save you time. So if you want to see what I figure out next, hit subscribe. But for now, stop watching YouTube and go practice. I'll see you in the next one.